Hey everyone, today we have another investment review video. Today we are looking into Fantasy Arena, a play to earn game on the Binance Smart Chain. Should we invest? Should we buy up some NFTs? Stay tuned for the video and we'll find out. Hey everyone, it's Luke again here on my Play to Earn channel. As I said earlier, we're checking out Fantasy Arena, which is another card battling game, as you can see by the art right here. And apparently it is going to be launched on the Binance Smart Chain, where they promise you will be earning NFTs, battling your opponents, and through that earning the FAFC tokens, I guess, Fantasy Arena token. And today we're going to be checking it out, trying to give a full review on 5 categories: the hook into the game, the gameplay, the earning mechanics, the social media hype, and the team behind the game, to give it a score out of 10. And Peppa, my bird, will be helping us keep track across this whole video of what we're going to give this game scored. The game isn't out, so this is just an investment review, not a gameplay review. The reason why I wanted to cover this game, because it was at one point either the number 1 or 2 spot on the playtoearn.net list of blockchain games. Unfortunately, after the weekend, I couldn't finish the video and it has dropped to 49 right now. So it did receive some initial social media hype and has fallen off quite hard. But there's some of you out there that may have seen this game because of that. So I wanted to cover it to make sure, hey, if you're going to buy up these NFTs, that it's a good bet. Currently, they're just kind of opening things up in their roadmap. In Q4, which we are coming up on, there should be some private token sale, listing on Pancake, according to them, all those certain stuff in a closed alpha. Based on what they told me in their Telegram, is that right now there is no launch. Once they hit 1,200 members, there will be private sale, which they already hit, so I think they're a little bit behind in this. And right now it's in pre-alpha development, so there's not even a playable alpha, which to me is a bit of a question mark. But of course there's plenty of other projects that are doing the same practice, which I'm not a huge fan of personally. So let's jump into reviewing this game and giving a score, starting with the hook. What is going to draw people into this game? Because remember, if you're buying into a game, the hope is the demand becomes higher and higher for the game, because that way the price will run up on the crypto, on the NFTs, and you'll be making a lot more. And just opening up the website, I honestly am not too drawn into this game. They have some cool design to the website, but some of it is just kind of like lackluster to me, like the art and even this promo video that doesn't have any gameplay. It just looks, I don't know, kind of like early 2000 graphics to me on the text and stuff like that. You know, they just have some plain yellow and white text here on their website with a blue background. It doesn't look too, you know, inviting to me as I'm approaching this game. The gameplay itself, you know, there isn't a ton out there, and it's another card battle, which I've been talking about is going to be what we're going to see over and over again in early days of blockchain gaming, because it's the easiest thing to develop and get into NFTs and get the ball rolling. So it's not really any unique as far as gameplay from what I can tell. It looks like 4 versus 4 battles here between your NFTs. And right now it's just kind of this basic layout, you know, flat 2D circle thumbnails of the characters. And it looks like something that honestly I could put together in Photoshop. And I'm not even good at Photoshop, so that's a little bit concerning to me. And, you know, the players, the battles, the NFTs here, it just kind of looks like early, you know, 2000s video game art. And not only that, but as I was digging into this game, in the Telegram, which this is a recommendation if you're looking into a game, always go to the Telegram Discord, hang out for a while, see what other people say about the game, because you might catch something that you didn't know yourself. And that's what happened to me. As I was looking into the Telegram, someone comments here, says, "Wow, nice characters, all taken from the Vainglory game, lol." Ooh, there's a red flag. There's a red flag. Okay, all these characters are taken from another game. Okay, well, let's look at Vainglory. That's what I did. And I don't play Vainglory. Honestly, I'd never heard about it before, but apparently it's like a mobile MOBA. And look at it right here. This is the hero highlight from Vainglory. Look at this character, Glaive. Okay, same guy as Fang's their legendary character. The guy who was like on the main website, Flickr, right here. So, you know, there's other examples I can show you here if I scroll through the video, I think, as well. Yep, and here we go. Here's Celeste, and we go over here, and it is Kyoto. Okay. Red flag. Red flag. Red flag for sure. What is going on? Try to figure out in the Telegram. You know, I don't see anything going on. They said it's in the AMA. What they responded to this guy was, yeah, okay, each edition we're going to collaborate with different games and comics. And the idea is, you know, this is the fantasy arena where you're going to be able to play with all your favorite characters from different comics and different games, and they'll fight up against each other. Okay, interesting explanation. I still don't feel much better about what you're saying. So I tried to reach out to them, you know, any information about the AMA. They were trying to say, you know, everything is explained in these AMAs. And they respond back kind of rudely, honestly. I understand that you were not at the AMA yesterday because they asked, we have a legal collaboration contract among other games. Little by little, we will reveal in each edition. So their response is, hey, yeah, if you would have watched the AMA, which is like, okay, guys, not everyone has time to watch your AMAs. It should be on your website. It should be in your white paper. I shouldn't have to explore so hard for this information. So that makes me feel off-put by that. Kind of rude. So that's another strike. And then thirdly, why isn't any of this information there? If you are taking games and you're collaborating, one, shouldn't it say, hey, we are collaborating with this game. Here is our Vainglory edition. Here's our partnership with them. Two, shouldn't the characters have the same name? If we're supposed to be battling with our favorite comics and our favorite gameplay from other games, shouldn't it be the same character? Why does it have a different name? You know, are they gonna put Spider-Man into this game and call it, Octo-Man? I don't know. I can't come up with a cool name off the top. But, you know, it's just like, this is so like, off-putting to me, and it doesn't feel right. And I tried to reach out to Vainglory and ask them about it to say, hey, do you guys actually have a legal contract? Because right now I can't prove them wrong 100%. And of course, you know, like most smaller video games, they don't ever reach out when you try to ask something about, you know, that's different than, hey, I'm having trouble spending money in your game. You know, those games will respond to those support comments quickly. But, you know, I don't have any proof. I can't get, you know, from any contact from the Vainglory company itself. But it just seems to me like, whoa, that seems very sketch. And your explanation doesn't seem to be lining up with the information that you're putting online. You can say all you want on Telegram, but how are you proving and backing up what you're saying? So right off the bat, that makes me think this is a game I'm not going to want to invest in, but I'm still going to do a review because I could be wrong. They could reach back out to me, show me some more proof. Who knows? But right now, there's going to be an asterisk next to all these scores in this game because it's just concerning to me that it seems like a ripoff of another game posted into some easy Photoshop, you know, mechanics that they're showing. They're in pre-alpha. And that to me right there is just enough strikes to be like, I'm not investing in this game. But let's continue to give it a score just because, you know, I could be wrong. They could reach out to me and there might be something here. So moving along, this was supposed to be rating The Hook. I got a little sidetracked there, but I hope that's helpful information. And so for The Hook, even if there aren't those asterisks and red flags, it still feels like a lackluster game to me. A game that could be like a second class to something like Splinterlands, and the art is even worse to me. So I'm only gonna give it a 0.5 out of 2 for The Hook. All right, moving on to the gameplay here. It does have some interesting promises that it's being made with the Unity engine, which if you don't know, has made games like Pokemon Go, Call of Duty Mobile, Beat Saber, Cuphead, some of those big name games. So it's a good engine for them to be using if they are actually using it. Then the gameplay is going to have different modes like player versus environment, PvP and PvP bet. So based on the white paper here, you can see there's going to be PvE battles, as I said, so player versus bots, and where you play it, you earn crypto. There's going to be energy for each card, so you can use your special abilities, or you can do basic attacks and you don't have to spend your energy. So, you know, a basic turn-based card game, sort of like a, you know, Gods Unchained, Skyweaver, stuff like that. So every 10 levels of the adventure mode, there's going to be a boss battle. Sweet. PvP is going to be 1 versus 1 battles here, and you know, same type of thing where you know you get to play a certain amount of chances per day, earning the FAFC tokens for wins. So the more wins you're getting, the more of this crypto you're going to be earning. And then at midnight, it's going to reset and gives you 15 more chances to earn each day. Now you can still play after those 15 chances, but you won't be earning the crypto. You'll just be trying to get up the season-long ranking board, and then, you know, the top spots will give some big prizes for the season rewards as well. And then this is interesting. There's going to be a PvP 3 versus 3 mode where PvP battles can be almost made into an esport, and each player is going to be forming 2 cards to form a team of 6 against a 6-card battle on the other team. Now, for me, with a strategy card-based game, I don't understand a 3v3 gameplay mode as an esport, because what's the difference between just one person picking 6 cards and forming a team and having 3 people pick 2 cards each? You know, you could literally have one person that's like, okay, I have the ultimate strategy. Hey, you play over there, you play over there, give me 2 cards, give me these 2 cards, put them all together. It doesn't seem like a game where you would really need 3 people, so I'm interested to see how they would really make that work. It seems to me like a weird idea, I guess, at best. Lastly, we will have PvP bet, which, you know, you put your crypto into the pot, the winner takes the crypto. And I'm not a huge fan of this type of gameplay. It feels a lot like gambling to me. I've tried a game like that before, and it really messed with me in my mind of that, like, you know, gambler's addiction, like, oh, if I lost this match, I have to win back 2 to make up for it, and it just kind of snowballs. You know, at least they're honest about it and saying it is a PvP bet, because other games are like, this is our multiplayer, it's not gambling or betting, but you do have to put your crypto and you could lose it all. So really it is gambling, but they're at least honest about it, I guess, is a positive to say. Lastly, about the gameplay, there are 4 types of classes, so pretty standard stuff: magic, warrior, tank, and support. So honestly, the gameplay looks to me. The 3v3 esport thing, if it actually worked out, would be really cool, but it doesn't seem like it would be plausible or very good idea unless they have something planned that I don't understand fully yet. And it doesn't really seem unique, you know, a card battler with 4 different classes. I mean, it's all standard stuff here. So I'm just gonna give the gameplay a 1 out of 2. Pretty average stuff here. Time to rate the earning mechanics of the game. The reason you are here is to play to earn, and there are some things to talk about within this game. The first is the marketplace. You're going to be able to buy and sell NFT cards. It sounds like they're already auctioning off some cards, and it looks like the cheapest NFT right now is 0.15 BNB for the rares. Some of the legendaries and stuff are apparently selling in their Telegram links, you know, 5 to 6 BNB. But even at minimum, a 0.15 BNB, if you need a team of 4, it still could be upwards of around $200, which seems pretty high to me for a game that's doesn't even have a working alpha. Other things to note: every season they say they're going to bring in new NFTs and have the community also help create them and vote on them. So there's going to be constant inflow of NFTs, which is, you know, good if the player base grows, but if it doesn't, then you're adding a bunch of supply, meaning the NFTs that you buy now could potentially be worth less one day. So that's something to keep our eyes out on. They also want to have NFT art collectibles, so that's going to be interesting thing that they want NFTs not just for the game, but some cool art, which makes me question then, why is your art right now just from another game called Vainglory? Again, going back to this, that doesn't make sense. If you want unique editions for each collection, you got to be making your own NFTs, your own art here. And so that makes me feel a little bit sketchy about that. So as I talked about the gameplay, you're going to be able to earn from the PvE, the PvP, and if you want to do the PvP betting mode as well, you can earn the FAFC tokens. Then you can take the tokens and you can, even do staking with the cards, earn more FAFC, and it seems like there's a limit of 10 cards in staking per player, so they're at least capping the staking amount, and each star on your card is going to generate 50 FAFC every 24 hours. So a good chunk of tokens can be dropped, earning through the gameplay and through staking your NFTs. Skins can be earned for a reward in the adventure mode, so that's another way that you could earn. Now let's talk about their burning mechanics of the token. Remember, I've always said if a game doesn't have a plan to somehow limit the supply of tokens or burn them as people are earning them, then the token supply is going to keep growing and growing and growing. The demand will drop, and all of a sudden the price will go, ooh, I've seen it happen before. Now they claim to have a different idea for the burning of the token, and they call it the self-sufficient system, the SSS. This is what their plan is. They want to run monthly tournaments where everyone will have to pay a fee on the FAFC token. The winner of the tournament will only receive 20% that was collected from all players, and the 80% of the other tokens will go back into the liquidity pool, making it sustainable and a transparent ecosystem for our economy. The cost of the tournament is going to vary depending on how much there is in circulation. So there's more FAFC token in circulation, the more registration will be. The less in circulation, the cheaper registration will be. So an interesting concept that I really haven't seen many other games use before. My question is though, this mechanic, this burning mechanic, or making sure that the supply, there's not too much in circulation, putting back some FAFC token into the liquidity pool, this is completely dependent on players. It's not based on an algorithm, it's not based on your control. You're simply saying, well, players are going to enter this tournament. Okay, what if they don't want to enter the tournament? What if there's so much FAFC in circulation that to get into the tournament is going to cost too much? What if people see the 20% amount and they're like, 20% is not that high of a prize pool, I'm not going to play. Or hey, I know I don't have the NFTs to participate in this tournament. There's going to be someone with better NFTs, legendaries. They're going to destroy me in round one. I can already tell who's going to win this tournament. I'm just not going to enter. Well, if you only have a couple people entering that all have legendaries, well, then you're not going to be actually gaining the 80% of the token that goes back into the liquidity pool. So that makes me feel like, I don't know if this is a great idea. If it works, it works. And a lot of people will play the tournament, great. But if not, again, it's dependent on players entering, and that can be dangerous, I think. And the same thing is their second method, which is a weekly lottery, which 30% will go to the winner and the 70% other will go to the liquidity pool. So at least in this one, it's not based on, do you have legendary NFTs? It's like anyone can enter this, and I would assume it's just a random luck of the draw. But again, it's another thing that's dependent on players entering and not something that's really in your control as a company. So burning mechanics, I don't really like their ideas. Lastly, for the play to earn, their allocation, you got some in the liquidity pool, a 30% in the play to earn, a 25% pre-sale. The dev and marketing team only has 10% of the tokens, which is good, but again, we don't have any information in this game about a liquidity lock. Do these developers and marketers, it doesn't say that their tokens are locked in a smart contract for a year, so this could be a rug pull, pump and dump type of game where they pump up the price, sell off all their tokens, and then the game stops developing. So I like to see at least a year lock for the developers, and there's no information about that here. So they do have a lot of earning mechanics, and there is potential here, but there are some big question marks, especially on the burning mechanic and the token allocation. Is there a lock? Which is gonna bring my score back down to 1.2 out of 2 for the earning mechanics. Two more categories to go. First up, the social media hype. Remember, the more demand there is for the game, the more your prices will raise up. And this fantasy arena, they were jumped up to number 1 on the play-to-earn.net, which was some good score at first. Now they've dropped off and cooled down to 49, lowering their score in my mind. Their Twitter has almost 2,500 followers now, but not a lot of activity. Again, it's one of those games where I see, something like this, which has a pinned tweet to it, and a lot of the comments are just tagging people to get into the airdrop. They want to get free tokens, so they're tagging their friends, making it look like they have a lot of followers, a lot of tweets and likes on this one tweet. But then you go down to other ones and it's like, well, 1 like, 1 comment, 3 likes, no comments. So not really any hype around the game besides simply people wanting to get free tokens out of an airdrop. Same thing with their YouTube, 34 subscribers. They have that video with 1.2k views, but that's really just because it's embedded into their website here. And then their Telegram has 1,600 members and 273 online, which I've been in their Telegram and they are active. Even the team members are. So at least that's positive, but still a lot of things are I'm like, well, it seemed like you guys had a burst of social media hype just because of the airdrop, and not really much else is going on here too much, a little bit in the Telegram. So I'm going to give it a 0.7 out of 2 for the social media hype around the game. Lastly, who is the team working on this game? Can we trust them? Are they good? Do they have past experience? Well, unfortunately on the website, really all they have is 6 people here listed. They have little avatars and first names only. So they are remaining anonymous, which always makes me feel a little about a game, especially if they're not listing their past experience. This one's saying he's just a crypto fanatic. He thinks the blockchain is beautiful. This one, he at least says that he has experience in Unity, both with 2D and 3D environments. So there's just like, I don't know, anyone could just go make these avatars or pay someone on Fiverr, $10 to make each one of these and post it and give them a little background story. There's no real experience listed, past projects that they've worked on. Even if they've said they have worked on projects, they don't list them out. And so that just makes me feel really iffy about the team in general. And then unfortunately, they say things like, our team has developed one of the most advanced card games in history. Okay, so what is that game? List it for us. Tell us what it is. They say things like, according to our research, there's a shortage in card games, especially in the new world of crypto. Really? I don't agree. I don't see that. That's all I see is coming out is a bunch of different card games. And while these different creators are active in their Telegram, again, it's just first name basis. Anyone can make multiple Telegram accounts and make it look like there's a bunch of teamwork and activity here. So it just sketches me out, and I'm going to give the team a 0.5 out of 2 just because there's not enough information out there about them. So Peppa, what is our final score today for Fantasy Arena? Well, based on these 5 categories, I'm going to have to give it a 3.9 out of 10, which sounds harsh, but again, it's just like these things are not appealing to me. Some of their earning mechanics and burning of the token don't really make sense. There's the asterisk of, the art. Is it stolen? Is it actually, yeah, we do have a legal contract, but somehow we're allowed to change the names and not advertise this from Vainglory. And even if this project does turn out to be legit, it seems more like a passion project to me than something that has big potential. As always though, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Are you guys investing? Are you guys interested in this game? And if you are one of the developers and I've, communicated something wrong here, or, I missed something in my research, let me know and I can do an update to this video. But for now, it does seem like a harsh score because I just am not feeling this game and I'm not trusting in it right now from what I've seen. So the 3.9, while seems low, to me feels fair. And I hope this is helpful for you guys in your investments. I hope to see you guys in future videos. We'll be doing more investment videos, Splinterland videos, all those good things. And I'll see you guys then.